Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Deshanker vlog, and in this video, you and I are going to the two Taj Mahals of India.
The steps behind me are the steps that will take me to one of the seven wonders of the world.
Before the Taj Mahal, there was a Baby Taj Mahal, which actually inspired the Taj Mahal into what it is today. So sit back and enjoy this video. If you're new to my channel, you can check out my other videos. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers, so please, if you like what you see, give us a subscribe, and let's begin. Chalo into Agra, India, the two Taj Mahals of the world. We'll begin our journey at the train station in New Delhi.
The good news is I'm at the right station. The bad news is I have an hour to kill. Let's go and find some chai. That's gonna wake me up. You can see all the rubbish on the railway line. That's a lot of rubbish, but it's been like that for decades. Hopefully one day they can clean that up. It is what it is. We move on and we continue our journey. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to Agra Taj Mahal area. Now we head to the Taj. Check out the station. Pretty clean. Like chips, pie, all the snacks are in here that you can buy. That is the Agra station. As soon as you exit the station, they will ask you for like rickshaws and autos. I'm probably going to take a rickshaw to go to the Taj Mahal. Let's have a look. Taj Mahal.
Agra Fort,
Yep. Baby Taj.
Mahal.
Okay.
This is Sikandra, it is tomb of Akbar.
Okay.
We bring capital from Delhi to Agra. And
Okay.
this is Fatehpur Sikri.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the Taj Mahal, which is right inside there. You can see this is called the Great Gate. The Great Gate was built as a grand entrance into the Taj Mahal. First of all, have a look at this area. Look at how well maintained all the grass and all the historical monument buildings are. These passageways and alleys that exist here at the Taj, along with the back end as well. Let's get a bit closer to it so I can show you the design. This gate is built with deep red sandstone and marble inlay. It is absolutely breathtaking. I mean, we haven't even gone in to see the Taj Mahal yet, but I can show you guys the entrance into it. You can just have a look at this design here. It's breathtaking. This is obviously one of the seven wonders of the world. So we have an entrance here as well. Let's enter into the Taj Mahal. You can see here everybody's lining up with their phones out. It is so white, insanely white. Camera can't even pick it up yet. There she is, the Taj Mahal, one of the seven wonders of the world. Look at that. The camera doesn't even do it justice. Seeing it in person, like it's bright. It's like literally looking at like a bright flash of white. My God. Look at this beautiful pond over here that goes right up to the Taj Mahal. You can see the greenery as well. This area, it's breathtaking. I want to get closer to it. Standing on the Yamuna River is one of the most iconic monuments ever made on this planet. One of the seven wonders of the world, the Taj Mahal, commissioned all the way back in 1632 by Emperor Shah Jahan. Now he was the Mughal emperor at the time, and after the death of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal, whilst giving birth to their 14th child, the death of Mumtaz Mahal completely destroyed the Mughal emperor. And he got this built as a symbol of love. One thing though is that she was his seventh wife. So clearly she was his favorite, because the other 6, they did not get this treatment. The design of the Taj Mahal blends Islamic, Indian and Persian architectural styles. You've got the central dome, the 4 minarets and the garden, all aligned perfectly, making the Taj Mahal one of the most symmetrical constructions to be ever done in human history. Over the centuries, Taj Mahal actually faced major neglect and decline, especially during the collapse of the Mughal Empire and also during the British rule, which actually damaged the Taj Mahal. In the early 20th century, major restoration efforts began, and now the Taj Mahal is back to its glorious, beautiful days. These 4 minarets that you're seeing on the side of the Taj Mahal, they've been constructed at a slight angle. So in case if they ever collapsed, they would not fall on the central dome, which basically is right in the middle there. They wanted to make sure that if there was ever any risk of the minarets collapsing, it would not destroy the central dome, which is where the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan's wife was buried. Okay, so now we've climbed up onto the main area of the Taj Mahal, and one thing you got to do when you come up here is put on these shoe protectors. It's to essentially make sure that the ground here doesn't get dirty. Obviously people are walking around. I'm so like mesmerized, man. This is so beautiful to see all of this. One thing about the construction here is that this is all white marble, and this was brought in from Rajasthan, and inside the white marble they've inlaid different jewels, and centuries later, it is still flawless. Would anybody even build anything like this in the current day and age? Why would you when something like this already exists? Look at the detail of the designs here that they've implemented. This, like the artwork here, but it's not like art. You can actually feel it sticks out of the white marble as well. Perfectly done. There's a bit of wear and tear that happens, especially when it's centuries old, but the government here does do their job to maintain it, and they put in these rules to prevent the ground from getting dirty, because you can see here the ground as well, this white marble. In there is where the Mughal emperor and his wife are buried, and there's no photography, videography allowed in there. So I'm gonna go in there and check it out, and maybe if you watch this video and you're like, yeah, I would love to come to the Taj Mahal, well, whatever is in there, it's top secret, no spoilers allowed. I'll leave that for you guys to go in and check out. On the western side of the Taj Mahal is one of the 2 identical mosques that the emperor had built. In order to maintain the symmetry, the emperor had one other mosque built that was completely identical on the eastern side. The western side one is the one that was used for main prayers, and the eastern side mosque is known as the Jawab, and it is essentially just an identical twin. That is a wrap on the Taj Mahal. This is breathtaking. If you ever come to India, make sure you come to Agra and come to the Taj Mahal. You should not miss this place on your trip. Literally one of the 7 wonders of the world. And in summary, this place was built out of love from a man for his wife, and an emperor who could afford these things was able to dedicate this place to the one woman that he could not stop thinking about. It took 22 years to get this built. Over 22,000 workers helped build this, working here every single day. Their souls, their hard work, their blood, their sweat, the architects behind it. It's breathtaking. This is the Taj Mahal. Chalo to the next spot. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at Itimad-ud-Dula, otherwise known as Baby Taj Mahal. the OG Taj Mahal. Interesting thing about this specific monument is that Mumtaz Mahal, who the Taj Mahal was built for by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. This specific monument was built for her grandfather. You see, this is the tomb of Mirza Ghiyas Beg and his wife Azmat Begum. Mirza, he hails from Iran and he should be a loyal servant, a loyal commander for Akbar. You see, Mirza, he was the father of the Empress Noor Jahan. And Noor Jahan built this tomb, this baby Taj Mahal, in memory of her father and mother after they passed away. And I would say that it created the baseline for what the Taj Mahal is today. In terms of construction, we've got high quality white marble inlays, we've got jewels within the walls, we've got beautiful interior architectural design inside of this baby Taj Mahal. It's also symmetrical, just like the Taj Mahal. I'm using my phone light to just light up the walls. Check out this architectural design inside. Look at this artwork, man. Over 400 years old. They have not put any lights inside this Taj Mahal, so as we lose daylight, this place will become pitch dark. So here, filming is allowed. You're allowed to come in and film. There's a 25 rupee charge to film if you want to do videography. It's also like free if you're going to use a mobile phone. Just keep that in mind if you're going to come in here. These would have had some significance back then and how the emperors used to live. I wonder like how would it be like being a part of the emperor era and being an emperor, having access to so much money, being able to build monuments like this. In front of me, you can see very similar style structure to the jawabs we saw at the Taj Mahal. There's way less people here, man. Nobody comes here, but it's just as beautiful. Well, not just as beautiful, but it has its own importance and it has its own beauty to it. What I love about it is that they both have a very similar essence in terms of why they were built. The Taj Mahal, the Mughal emperor built it for his wife. The baby Taj Mahal, Queen built it for her father. An interesting fact about the baby Taj Mahal is that it was the first ever tomb to be built with white marbles. I want to take a wild guess here that the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan definitely took inspiration from here to build the grand Taj Mahal that exists. One downside to this, the Taj Mahal and the baby Taj Mahal being symmetrical is, dude, I don't know which area I was in. I think like this is the part I haven't been in, and I'm like, oh wait, I actually came in through that area. So when you see these things, both the baby Taj and the Taj Mahal, the fact that when they built these monuments, you're just always gonna be like, can we ever do this stuff again?
How cool were the two Taj Mahals that you guys just saw? The main Taj Mahal and the baby Taj Mahal. But now we're gonna go to somewhere special. I want to take you guys to the people who do the restorations of the two Taj Mahals. By restorations, I mean over time, things in the Taj Mahal come apart, like the jewels and the decorations and whatnot. And I had the extreme privilege of meeting a lovely gentleman and the historical family that exists from centuries ago that is still continuing on and doing the maintenance works of one of the 7 wonders of the world. Enjoy the next part, guys.
To give you the introduction about these artists. They are directly descendant of those family members, the people who was built the Taj Mahal 400 years ago. So father to son, son to grandson, great grandson, they are 17th number generations, continue doing the heritage skills. Altogether there are 275 artists, they're working together with us. So Taj Mahal built by the king, he is named Shah Jahan, and he gave a title name of that building, not the Taj Mahal. The first name of that building, Mumtaz Mahal.
Mumtaz Mahal.
So Mumtaz, his wife name,
Yep.
and Mahal means palace. So it was a Mumtaz palace. But today, the name of that building, Taj Mahal. And Taj Mahal built for this one of the iconic marble which is we call Makrana. And this Makrana marble coming from Rajasthan. If I drop red wine, beer, whiskey, Coca-Cola, it won't get stained anything this marble. Around the building, Taj Mahal is decorated with these are the flower design, which looks like a painting, but this work is done with the natural gemstones. This blue stone lapis lazuli, which is coming from Afghanistan. The green stone is the malachite, which is coming from Russia in Urals mountain.
How does this come from Russia to India?
Because Mughals, they used to came from Uzbekistan. So Uzbekistan, it was a land from the Russia. White is the oyster mother of pearl from India. Orange stone cornelian also from India. Black stone is a black onyx. It was from India, but today is a land from the Pakistan, so we are not getting any more from Pakistan. This is tiger eye from Sri Lanka and turquoise from Turkey by road. Help of these grinder wheels. This grinder wheel cut any strong stone except the diamond. One hand help of the bamboo, they run the wheel, and another hand they are shaping this.
Wow, it's very, very thin.
So individual pieces they are shaping, then they joint it together to
Yeah.
create a one flower like this.
So those individual pieces are
Like this.
becoming this.
To make one flower, they have cut it all separate pieces like this.
Yeah. And
And-
do they do this every day?
Every day.
Every
Every day
day.
they do that. After complete the flower design, he's the artist to fix the stone inside a marble. So marble is a natural color white, but top of that we need to paint orange color with the henna. Reason to apply the henna, this diamond pointed tool, we need to trace outlining over the flower. We cannot see on the white marble, but on the color we can see. After color we take flower temporarily stick, then we do the marking, then the flower we will remove to see the outlining like this. And then we need to chisel out marble to make cavity like this.
Okay.
And after complete cavity, then we make glue, which is as secret as like a KFC Coca-Cola secret recipe.
Yeah.
So that traditional glue we fill here,
Yeah.
and then the gemstone we place.
How
onto
strong is that glue?
As strong as like a concrete.
As strong as concrete.
Once the stone fixed with that our glue,
Yeah.
I will give you 400 years guarantee. But unfortunately, I'm not
I'm not
going to
really-
live that much long.
This glue formula that you have, is that all the way back from
Exactly. For past 400 or 500
500 years? Same was used in Baby Taj Mahal?
Exactly. This is exactly the Taj Mahal flower.
That is a Taj Mahal flower, yeah.
So you can see this is the Taj Mahal picture.
Yeah.
So that's the Taj Mahal flower. This is what he have done it to here.
Oh, right, okay. So he's doing that to create those small pieces.
Exactly. 275 artists working together. This is just a demonstration.
And you go on the Fridays into
To work in the
Mahal
Taj is a restoration.
as a restoration every Friday.
Every Friday.
What is the time you usually go?
We go for after 12 o'clock.
After 12 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay. And how long do you spend there?
4 hours.
4 hours. How much in a week, like in terms of damage or
Taj
restoration, do you
Mahal
need
have
to
a
do?
0% damage.
Yeah.
But a lot of people visit Taj Mahal.
Oh.
And couple of hundred people they're trying to steal the stone. Some people they're
Yeah.
writing a name on a wall. So that's why we have to work in the Taj Mahal. Otherwise Taj Mahal have a 0% maintenance.
So it's a human error that's causing the
The damage.
the
heritage
damaging.
building.
Wow. So how many people
Since-
go out?
Sorry?
How many people
55.
go? 50.
55 people.
55 people.
So this art is a local art from this city.
Yeah.
This art is a local art for this family. So
Yeah.
this is we call the Sarazi art.
So yeah.
So this is still only father to son, son to grandson. And these Sarazi family came from Persia.
Well, folks, there you have it. The two Taj Mahals of India, as well as the people who do the restorations of the Taj Mahal. So if you're ever going to go to India, you have to go to Agra, you have to go check out the Taj Mahal and the Baby Taj Mahal. They complement each other really, really well, and I can't recommend them enough. Peace out.